What's going on, guys? Nelson from Hoopland. Today I bring you the sneaker review on the Under Armour Curry 4 Lows. In my hand I have the Grove Green / Gum colorway. In my opinion, it looks really dope. I like this colorway the most out of the 3 colorways that drop between the beige and the purple. The green colorway is just a little different, man. It's kind of a light green, not like a dark olive. Here, let me show you guys a comparison. In my right hand I have the olive, PG1. As you can see, the Grove Green is kind of a, more of a lighter shade type green, which in my opinion I think looks really tight. I missed out on the Nothing But Nets pair, which is actually my favorite pair out of all of the colorways. Not because it was all red and that it was all flashy and all, but because it supported a great cause in donating a life-saving bed to help against malaria with every pair of shoe being purchased. Shout out to Under Armour for that. As for the Curry 4 Lows, they are pretty similar to the highs, but there are a few differences that do change the performance of the two. Let's get straight into it. For traction, the Curry 4 Low features the same cross-centric traction pattern just like the highs. The traction on these are more or less the same as the highs. I mean, they did use the same outsole. And just like the highs, they do take some time to break in, but after that, you're good to go. On clean courts, they're really good. Dusty to mildly dusty courts, they're still solid, although you're gonna have to wipe from time to time. And besides that, I would say the traction on these are pretty good. And on the bottom, it has the same birthdays of him, his wife, and their 2 daughters, as well as the I Can Do All Things verse, which is really dope. For materials, this is where the lows are a bit different from the highs. The Curry 4 highs were a half-half combination between synthetic overlay and knit, where the lows have mostly a knit internal sleeve upper with a thin layer of what looks like a soft suede or nubuck overlay on the toe. There's less synthetic overlays on the lows, which I think is great and I love it. It makes the shoe more soft and flexible on the upper, therefore it did not give me that same pinching feeling that I had on the highs. The knit is still really nice, it's soft, stretchy, and form-fitting. The upper area right here is super stretchy and soft. I just wish that it had a little bit more padding or it had some type of tongue, because when I tie my shoelaces where the knot is supposed to be at, I like to tie my shoelaces pretty tight, and when I do tie it at that knot area, it kind of does pinch at my foot a little bit due to the fact that it doesn't have any cushioning. But I just realized that I could just wear thicker socks and that wouldn't be an issue. Moving on to support and lockdown, it has dynamic seams beneath the knit and also merges with the quarter panel to give you structure and support. This is great because the seams beneath the upper really supports your foot, locking your foot down where it's not moving around without having to add additional weight to the shoe. The TPU metal wing speed plate on the side also helps with lateral support. I do feel like the lows are a bit more supportive compared to the highs based on the structure of the shoe. It's not as flimsy up top compared to the highs. Lockdown is slightly better on the highs because it has more laces to tie you down, but these weren't that bad. There's 2 extra cushioning pads or pillows inside of the shoe to give you extra lockdown in the heel. At times there is a bit of heel slippage, but that's because the shoe is just super duper low. But if you get the right fit and you tie your shoelaces tight enough, it's not that big of an issue. For cushioning, the Curry 4 Lows has the same proprietary foam just as the highs, which is little to none. But on the bright side, you get a really low to the ground ride. It's great for stability, mobility, and core feel, things in which Curry looks for in a shoe. Cushioning is not great for jumping, exploding, or dunking, but it's great for you to pull up for that 3 instantly. I don't know whether it's psychological or not, but when I'm wearing the Curry 4s, my 3-point rating instantly jumps 4 times, where I'm pulling up from 40 on your head. But just like the highs, the cushioning on these are more on the firm side with a little bit of spring to it. So if you're the hooper who likes core feel, responsiveness, and control of the shoe, this is the shoe for you. In terms of comfort and size fit, these run small. You definitely gotta go up a half size. I normally, go 10.5 for my hoop shoes. This is the rare occasion where I actually have to get a size 11 for my hoop shoes. But definitely going up a half size was good. And as always, if you guys are able to, I recommend you guys to try it out in store before you guys buy them. The shoe to me does feel a bit more comfortable compared to the highs, because it doesn't have the pinching right here, with the synthetic overlays right here. The upper on these, a lot more soft, a lot more flexible, due to the fact that it has way more knit and not as much synthetic overlays. The fitment on the lows are a little bit better, with the upper being a majority of the knit along with the seams underneath. It really gives you a better fit overall, besides the shoes having to run a little small. As far as pricing, the Curry 4 Low retails for $120, a $10 decrease compared to the highs, which is not bad. I think if the shoe was around the $100 range, it would be amazing. And for the overall rating, before I give you guys a score for the overall rating, there is a slight change to the grading system. From now on and all sneaker reviews moving forward, the grading scale will be out of 5 points, 5 being the highest and the best, and 1 being the lowest and the worst. So with that being said, the Curry 4 Low is gonna get an overall rating of a 3.5 out of 5. I would say the shoe is a bit above average. Traction is good, material is good. To me, I think the materials on the lows are better than the highs. Support and lockdown are solid, but it does lack the cushioning just like the highs. It's still a really solid hoop shoe, but with the lackluster cushioning, this shoe can't be a top performer. This is a clean looking shoe. If you're a small dude or a hooper who likes to stay low to the ground and enjoy court feel, this would be a good shoe for y'all. Explosive high flyers, y'all might want to look into something else. Thank you guys for watching that sneaker review on the Under Armour Curry 4 Lows. I'll leave some links to purchase the shoe in the description box down below. Make sure to check out these other videos over here. If you guys like the content, you guys want to see more sneaker stuff, more basketball stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out my social medias in the description box down below. And until next time, Nelson from Hoop and Life, I'm out. Peace.